In today's video, we're gonna go through something called advanced filters. It's a feature I recently discovered on the Fuji X-T3, and I think you're gonna really enjoy it. Check it out. Advanced filters. Essentially, it's just a feature on your camera with built-in filters similar to what you'd find on Instagram or any kind of an app on your phone. So rather than taking your photo and then messing around with it in post-production, such as Lightroom or Photoshop, this gives you an opportunity to produce some pretty cool looking effects directly within the camera body. Now you might be wondering why we're sitting in my kitchen. Well, we're in my kitchen because I was looking for something that had a colorful, dynamic backdrop so that I can shoot the same photo over and over again with every single filter and kind of put them side by side so that you can see a comparison of what each filter can do. But before we get started, I am gonna ask that you please subscribe to this channel to keep up to date with Fuji related tutorials, gear reviews, freelancing tips. Also feel free to give us a thumbs up, and if you have anything you'd like to share, go ahead and leave it in the comment section below. So we're gonna go ahead and pop this on. This is my Fuji X-T3. I am shooting with a 35mm 2 lens. This video is actually being shot on the X-T30 with the stock lens. I've employed my owl measuring cups to stand in as models. Kind of reminds me of that photo that went viral with a bunch of farm animals sort of like huddling in a group, and it somehow looks like a band photo. So let's start with how you even get into these settings. So I'll start off by saying that I set the white balance to a custom Kelvin. I was worried that if I had it in auto that it would fluctuate kind of all over the place between the filters. So to give you a really clean idea of what each filter looks like, we just have it set to a consistent white balance. So you're gonna start by setting your left dial all the way over to ADV. From ADV, you're gonna go into your menu. From menu, go over to your left and down to your shooting settings. You're gonna find drive setting. From drive setting, you're gonna go down to advanced filter setting, and this is where you're gonna find all of your filters. There are 13 filters to pick from, but they all offer a very different look. So we're gonna actually go through all of them. First one is called Toy Camera. It creates shaded borders as taken by toy cameras for a nostalgic effect. For all the photos, we are looking at a shutter speed of 60, an f-stop of 2, and an ISO of, let's say 500. Some of the filters actually don't let you get your ISO above 1600 for whatever reason. If you go above 1600, it automatically pops into auto. I don't know why, it just does. So we're gonna start off by taking a photo in toy camera mode. We're gonna go ahead and try the next one. Miniature. Create a top and bottom blur for a diorama effect. You have peaking set on your camera. Peaking is apparently not gonna work when you're in the advanced filters. So right at the gate, we can see that it is a lot warmer than toy camera. So we're gonna go ahead and take this photo. So far of the two, I prefer miniature. I think it's kind of a really creative effect. We're gonna move on to the next one. Next filter is called Pop. Emphasizes contrast and color saturation. High key enhances brightness and reduces contrast for lightning tone. Oh, it does say lightning. Oh. Looks really dull, like hipster, undersaturated sort of vibe. Next up is called Low Key. Create uniformly dark tones with few areas of emphasized highlights. It's kind of feeling like we're filtering through Instagram filters. You're just sort of trying to pick the one that makes your nose look the smallest. Dynamic tone. This one looks really cool. It definitely looks really overexposed, so we're just gonna bring this ISO down to 320. Soft focus. Create a look that is evenly soft throughout the whole image. It looks kind of out of focus. It almost looks like a Gaussian blur was applied. Don't know how I feel about this one, but I'm running out of creative ways to say next. Partial color. This is cool. Retains selected original color and other areas changed to monochrome. So I'm gonna have to find something red. Give me a sec. This is a magnet that my housemate in university gave me. We're gonna go ahead and put her inside the owl. Wow, that does a really good job at picking up the red. The light is casting a bit of the red on the magnet out to the back wall, and you can see a bit of a red feathering. But I mean, it's nothing you can't fix in post. That looks really cool. Partial color orange. So similar to what was happening with red, this is gonna retain orange instead and sort of dilute all the other colors. Partial color yellow again. So now we're just kind of going through the partial color selection. Okay, I found a 20, which if you're Canadian, you know that it's very green. This is working out for them. I mean, they made more money today than I did. I'm gonna go ahead and bring up my ISO a tiny bit. So obviously, as with every other color we've done, it's picking up the blue and it's looking great. There is still a pretty big range of depth in the color of blue that we're seeing. It's not just like blue, it's like every tone of blue that tile, or it's a sticker from Home Depot. Partial purple. Ugh. I don't have anything purple. Really should have planned for this before I sat down. Literally the only purple thing I could find in my apartment. Oh, that was it. That's the last one. I didn't realize we went through all 13. Okay, there you have it. Those are the 13 advanced filter presets that you can use for the Fuji X-T3. Obviously, there are way more interesting applications for this than my kitchen, but it is quarantine. It is pouring rain outside. This is what I'm working with. And at least I was able to kind of like control the setting in a way that I could really show you what each filter could do. So hopefully you take this information and you go out and make something really awesome with it, which leads me to the end of my video. Thank you so much for watching. If you got anything out of this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with other Fuji related stuff, tutorials, gear reviews, hanging out in my kitchen. If you learned anything or would like to tell me something, please go ahead and do so in the comments below. I actually read them, I actually respond to them, and I really, really love it when you guys comment. That's a wrap. Thanks for watching. Now go out and make something awesome. Bye.